Police get into a gun battle with a robber. Chris Hopper is live at APD tonight with some details. What can you tell us, Chris?
Well, Vinny, the story GBI is telling us tonight is a wild one, a crazy shootout between Atlanta police officers and this guy they say was armed robbing an auto parts store. And then when they came up on him, he was in the midst of a carjacking to try to get away from the area after that armed robbery. They say when he realized that he wasn't going to be able to get away from these officers, he started shooting at them. At some point, they returned fire and killed him.
The crime scene spanned an entire city block tonight on Cleveland Avenue in East Point. A man is dead after what police are describing as a wild shootout.
There was essentially a running gun battle.
Late this afternoon, the GBI says 5 Atlanta police officers confronted a man they say had just robbed an O'Reilly Auto Parts store at gunpoint. The GBI says when they rolled up on him, he was trying to carjack someone behind a coin laundry across the street.
So far, we do have at least one witness that does say that he did fire shots at the officers. At that point, Atlanta police officers did return fire.
The GBI says the guy ran. Police followed. More shots were exchanged. Eventually, the man was killed.
Only thing we seen was we just seen the cops start running and would start shooting back.
Diamond Whitehead, who works across the street, heard the shots and saw some of the exchange.
The man was shooting first, then the cops started shooting back.
Tonight, the GBI has a lot of work to do to piece together what is a very complicated crime scene following this deadly police shooting.
And nobody else was hurt in all of this. Those 5 officers are okay, and nobody in that very busy area where this happened was caught in the crossfire. We are still waiting to learn who this guy is that police shot and killed tonight, Vinny.
Chris, do we know how many shots were fired and how many officers were involved?
We don't, Vinny. We know that there were 5 officers involved. We don't know how many actually fired their weapons. We also don't know how many shots were fired. As you can imagine, with such a large crime scene and so much happening, GBI has a lot to work through tonight.
All right. Thanks so much, Chris. Chris Hopper at APD tonight.